Despite a government advisory that suggests avoiding non-essential travel, some restrictions have been lifted that are designed to make it easier for fully vaccinated Canadians to get back into the country. Felicia Sponigal and her husband Rob Anderson just got back from Hong Kong.
The planning was pretty crazy. We had to rebook our flights 3 times based on different changing regulations.
The couple are excited to be home after spending the last 2 years teaching overseas.
It's fantastic. The Tim Hortons lineup was super long, so we'll have to get one when we get in Toronto, but that's okay.
Fully vaccinated Canadians returning from abroad no longer have to quarantine for 2 weeks, and they don't have to spend 3 days in a government-approved hotel either. But Mega Kedia doesn't have both her shots.
I have to quarantine. I'm not fully vaccinated, so I'm going through the hotel quarantine, and then I have to quarantine at home as well.
The Winnipeg resident was in Washington, D.C. attending a graduation ceremony and visiting a friend.
If you're an unvaccinated traveler who's allowed to come to Canada now, you still need to quarantine for 14 days. You still need to arrive with a PCR test or a molecular test before you arrive, and you'll have to conduct a day 1 and day 8 test.
One of the main complaints among travelers we spoke to was just how difficult it was to find out any information about the new rules and regulations in place.
It's just not documented very well. When you open up the app for Air Canada, for example, it doesn't explain it all. It just says you need to be vaccinated and you need to have a 15-minute test 72 hours.
But the best source of information in regards to the obligations, the restrictions, and what applies at the border is to visit the canada.ca website, where you will find all of the information related to COVID-19, including travel and immigration.
Travelers must use the ArriveCAN app prior to departure to log their vaccination details and COVID-19 test results. And despite the easing of these rules, there is still a level 3 restriction in place for all non-essential travel. The current border agreement between Canada and the U.S. is set to expire on the 21st, but could be extended again.